Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people around the world, another episode of Tyler Bryant Hour, episode 41. I am your co-host, Be Heard, a.k.a. Brian, a.k.a. Prince, a.k.a. Prince Vegeta, while they're hating. Tyler, you want to say something to the people?
Hey, people, it is your host, co-host, Tyler the Libra, a.k.a. TTL, a.k.a. Libra Morrison. And it's crazy how this year is already flying by because we are now entering the early stages of April. We're in the 4th month of this year.
Nah, this shit going by slow. I feel it.
Is it? You think so?
Especially because I think it's going slow real quick because...
I move out in like 15 days.
Well, yeah, you have an important date, so that's why it might feel fast. But I would say it feels slow just because of where we were last year with COVID. And, like, I wasn't doing anything the whole month of March.
Nobody was doing anything.
So now I'm actually doing something. But we have a special guest. I don't know if she knows this, but in statistics-wise, she has the highest viewed episodes. So I don't know if she just got clout. I don't know if people are just a big fan
Did you know
of her.
that before you just said that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, cool.
At least on Spotify, highest viewed episode. Great guest, great friend, honorary, probably 3rd host if we ever had a female host. I don't know if we add her. I don't know if we add her to the acronym, but
Yes.
you know what I'm saying. We love and appreciate Anna. Anna, welcome back to the podcast. Now the official, with the audio quality and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Y'all really popped off with the whole entire.
Yeah, you see, it's a lot.
There's a whole entire setup now. It's great.
It takes
Taking up half the
lot.
island.
Yeah, I like it.
I do want to get some church announcements out the way. Like I said, Anna does have the highest viewed episode of the podcast. I think I had 26 last time I checked it. At least on Spotify. Now I didn't, take into consideration SoundCloud and YouTube. I know SoundCloud. I think our highest viewed episode recently was the one that I dedicated to my grandpa.
Okay.
So that,
Yes.
that def, I guess, use that.
Rightfully
up.
so, yeah.
But, I think every other category Anna kills it in, so that's pretty cool. I want to say thank you guys for over 200 listens on Spotify. I usually check Spotify because Spotify just has the numbers. Apple Podcasts, they be hating. They don't give me the numbers, which I kind of hate. The only numbers I actually... The only numbers I could get is if you rate it 5 stars. So actually, go rate this podcast right now. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. This show is sponsored by me, myself, and I. tspring.com/store/beheard-merch, where you could get all Be Heard, my YouTube channel merch and Tyler Bryant Hour merch.
Yes.
So please...
Throw a Venmo, too. You got a Venmo?
We could do that at the end of the podcast. I just want to, throw out the sponsors and any ads and people listening with, those numbers that I did say earlier. I'm saying, if y'all want to give us a code to use TBH, I'm saying, got a ring to it. I'm just saying, you could DM me or Tyler, get to us at any point in time. But, I think we need to make a new tradition, Tyler, on the Tyler Bryant Hour podcast. And I think what that is before we get into any topics, we need to check with our guests and each other. Oh, yeah. How's your mental health? And
I like this.
How you feeling? Let's start it off. We usually wait to the end. So we're going to go with the guest ladies first.
Yeah.
How's your mental health?
So, it's been this last week has actually been really good. I don't know why, though. I tend to not question it when things
Probably
are going well. Yeah.
the events and stuff like
everything. It just made me definitely happier, seeing everyone at once. But before that, I was definitely going through it for a month. And I was having a really hard time because I got a new job and new insurance and all that fun jazz. And so I was having a hard time finding a new therapist that's accepting new clients right now because everyone's really booked out, very booked out right now. And I'm assuming that's just because more people are going to therapy because of COVID. I don't know,
I kind of believe it.
Yeah, but everyone's super booked out. So I was having a hard time finding someone that was even taking new clients a month out. But I finally found someone that would take me new clients. I had to book a whole entire month out, but they're taking my insurance, so everything is well. And so I have that set up for the end of the month. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah.
Exciting.
Hell yeah.
So
we're all about mental growth here.
Yeah.
I definitely stole this from Brandon Marshall. Shout out to Brandon Marshall and the House of Athletes. But I want to know from a scale wise, 1 being probably need to stop the podcast right now and take you to like a therapist. And 10 being like you're almost great and nothing can touch you. How do you feel mentally? Like if you had to rate it on the scale.
I'm gonna put myself. I feel like 6 would be like, I don't know. You're saying like 6 would be like average day, average ground. I mean, not 6, like 5.
That's above average, right?
5
is like right in
average?
the middle.
So 6 is like okay. So I'm gonna put myself at a 6.
Okay.
So like right, like above. Like I'm doing okay. Like if, but I feel like days are running into each other, and I'm just kind of coasting, So
Right.
I'm excited.
I feel like a 6 is like one bad thing could make it go hella bad, but
I don't know.
I
Then
would say
maybe a
that's fair.
7, a 6.57.
Okay.
Like it's gonna take a not a lot, but more than one.
Okay, fair enough. It has to be a really shitty day. Then. I
Yeah,
can
a
see
really
that.
shitty day for me to be like upset for like a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Tyler? How you feeling? Especially since you already mentioned it before on the pod that you have something big coming up this month. So how are you feeling mentally?
Oh yeah. As far as like everything, as far as like the moving goes, and transferring like every fucking thing that I have to another place. That's always kind of a hassle. Well, actually, it all depends on like, for me, it's never been too much of a hassle because I kind of don't have a lot of shit to move. I mean, I never did. And like, so I could usually get done within like a day or so, but I'm not taking any type of days off from like work or whatever. I'm just going to gradually just move like day by day stuff in there. And you're helping me with the furniture, by the way. So
Not if you don't tell me the right day, nigga, so I can plan ahead.
You're not asking me to help with furniture. I'm kidding.
yeah, right. But yeah, I mean everything's going according to plan, photography wise, mental health wise. Fucking this podcast this is like, I would say this is probably the most busiest and kind of the most, I guess, content or happy, because I'm not really happy right now. I know that I'm not happy still. It's a work in progress, but I would say content that I've been in like the past few months.
So then if you had to put it on a scale, what would you rate it?
Oh, I'm an 8.
Nigga, how you an 8
I feel like 8's high.
8's
8
good.
is high. I'm always at high alert like every single day. Like,
Yeah, but no, 8's like you're happy. Like
Oh,
you're close
And you
to-
just
oh
just
yeah,
said you
are we going
weren't.
for? Oh yeah, all right then. Then I would be probably like a 4 or 5ish.
So a little bit under average.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I feel like I need to check in with you if you're a 4 or 5. That's not the greatest, but it sounds like you got
It's
good
doable. It's
experience.
manageable.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been to 4 for a while. I've been to
Yeah.
3s. So
Yeah.
I mean,
we all check in with each other. Make
but
sure.
yeah, it's something that for me, I feel like it's always going to be in that level, I guess, until I really, really, really start to reevaluate shit that I've been through, shit that's coming, things that I've truly set my mind out to do, and then it will probably jump up to a 6. It might jump up to a 5, depending on how I'm feeling.
I don't, at least like from speaking because I know you, know of you, like I feel like you're really good at like when you set your mind and like you want to do something and you like want to be positive, that the shit that works. It's just, I think if anything from the outside looking in, it's just like repeated offenses of where you kind of like fall back into the same cycle. So it's like if we could just get you to not fall in that cycle, like pretty much be set.
It's addicting to be a bad person.
See, and then this nigga say shit like that. This is why we're
No,
in the cycle.
but it needs to be said.
No,
Like
I get
everybody,
it.
like
Yeah.
everybody has certain demons that they go through, and everybody has certain things that like keep pulling them back as far as like negative nature goes and stuff like that. And that's always been some sort of constant for me, even if I'm not really looking for it.
But see, I also think that's like what I was telling you before when we had that conversation where it was just us in here, and I told you, it was like, nigga, do you want to be happy? I think that's generally a serious question that a lot of people need to ask themselves, because it's not addicting to be bad. If you want to be bad, you could be an asshole and like live your life. There's plenty of people who do that, but it's just
Yeah.
like, if you're constantly battling each other, it's like, well, do you really want this? Like, do you
I
want
think
this
it's not-
because you want it, or do you want it because it's the ideology and how you should move?
But also, I think it's
true.
not so much the point of how bad do I want it. It's more of getting to the point of how do I be happy? You know, I could want it a lot, but how am I going to get there?
That's
What's the steps to get there? What am I going to tell myself every day? What am I going to think every day? What am I going to do every day?
But I feel like it's just also what you like want. Like, what would be in your happiness? Like, if you know what I mean? Like, if like God,
but you gotta get there. That's what I'm saying.
I know what like makes me happy, but it's like hard to achieve it. You know.
But at least you have an idea and like, you can see it. And like, I feel like me seeing it makes it easier, and I can do it. Like,
that's fair. If you have like a goal in your mind,
because in a way,
how are you gonna get there though?
Yeah,
I'm doing this shit now.
Yeah, true. Podcast.
You know what I mean? Like with the podcast, with YouTube, with streaming, and all the shit. Like outside of like a few bullshit, and like obviously I need to eat, so like there's some society like struggle shit that I have to do.
Society struggle.
That's the part that makes me unhappy.
Mm-hmm. That's the most stressful. Working is the most stressful part of my day.
It sure is.
But like outside of that, like I'm already doing it. So in my mind, it's like, this is what happiness is, but I need to add more to create the happiness, I guess, if you will. Because it's like, in a perfect world, I would be doing this. You would be getting paid off of this. Mm-hmm. And I would be getting paid off of this. And then we could help friends. And, like, if Anna, like, say, wanted to do a poetry slam or some shit, I'd throw some money at that. And then, like, that'd be my type of ideology and my type of mindset when it comes to happiness. But also, like, having a girlfriend and, like, you know, the dog and, the white picket fence, all that shit. Like,
all that's just...
That would help, too.
Mm-hmm.
That would help towards your happiness?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
I guess.
I think that's what people need, because it's like family and friends are important. Like, we need people, whether you want to admit it or not. Even if you're an asshole, you need people in some sort of category.
I'm not saying that we don't need people around us. I'm just saying that...
You don't think that would add to your happiness?
I don't know what would add to my happiness. That's what the fuck I'm trying to figure out.
But I'm sure you've been happy at one point in time in life.
I probably have. It just came so sudden, and it didn't last that long that I probably didn't even know what it was.
That's fair.
That is fair. I don't even have a rebuttal for that one.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Brian?
Wow.
Yeah, Brian.
Anna getting good with the transitions. Yeah, I think that's also why I was kind of like saying, like, I don't think that's a 6, because I kind of feel the same way you do. Like, there's still some stuff I need to handle, and I'm still contemplating, like, the job thing. Cause
I live in my own mind too much. That's why I said I'm like a 4 or 5. As soon as I could get out of that, then I will probably be, like I said, content.
I mean, to be honest, like, if I didn't have, like, this somewhat subconscious...
I'm satisfied right now. There's a difference between content and satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Anything else you want to add?
No, get on with your spiel.
I would say, like, honestly, if I didn't have something subconsciously motivating me, that I'd probably be in the same boat as you. But like, you know what I'm saying? We got Anna on the podcast. Mm-hmm. We got maybe Phoenix coming up on the podcast. Mike.
I love Phoenix.
I never met him, but
he's so nice.
Mike and Jeremiah, like, and then all the potential call-in podcasts like we have, Smug, like, I'm looking forward to that. As far as YouTube and Twitch and just grinding, I have stuff that keeps me motivated, but I do need to figure out some things as far as to make my happiness better. Because it's like I want to be able to wake up and look forward to the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I don't want to be that person like where
you gotta wake up and say fuck.
Yeah,
and that's a hard thing to kind of rebuild or teach yourself to do. You know,
I think it was Albert Camus, or how do you pronounce his last name? It's not pronounced Camus, but it's Camus. He said that life is like Sisyphus. You have to imagine Sisyphus is happy. Sisyphus was the guy that rolled the, boulder up the mountain, was condemned to do that. So, like, he basically, like, meaning that all these little things we do, having to brush your teeth, having to eat 3 times a day, stuff like that, that's, like, the boulder that you're rolling up the hill, and you have to imagine, like, Sisyphus as happy in order to, like, get through life.
And then, like, actually, so Big Sean was on this podcast. I wish I knew the name of the podcast. I would give it a shout out. But I saw this clip, and he was just talking, and he was just like, he kept using the word blocks, and it's like, there's blocks that people create, and like that we create in ourselves. Like, there's blocks of saying that we can't do this or we can't do that, and then there's blocks that, you know, whether it be our parents or family members or friends, that they have small like mindsets and they hold themselves back with just their mind. Because that might even be happening to you, Tyler. Like, you could have seen someone else not be happy and imagine themselves not happy and never being happy. So then you
saw my mom be happy for quite a while, even with my dad still alive. So,
I mean, but then again, you've seen that too. So it's almost like, because I've been trying to have a better mindset towards things, and it's like I'm just gonna try to stop creating these roadblocks in my head that I can't do something. So I'm gonna try to.
You need. I have like some with that, because like I'm trying to get to that point too. Like, they become roadblocks in your head, and then they turn into actual physical things that you're doing to yourself.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna try to stop that shit, to be honest with you.
I have a lot of devil in me, so like.
But but that's the thing though. You're also saying that.
Yeah, I know.
So you gotta stop saying that, so you don't have a lot of devil in you.
Yeah,
because it's on you. Like, that's the scariest part about all this shit. It's on us. It's on everybody. It's like,
it's so fun. It's kind of so fun to be negative sometimes, but as far as like the repercussions go, that shit is what kind of kills you.
At least you're not like fake positive. I feel like that's a thing happens a lot.
I can't be fake positive. I can't do that.
I think so. The only time I was really negative, I guess, was like when it would come to competing, as far as like fighting games go, or like, shout out to Boo, if that nigga's still alive. If you've seen the Boo, please reach the missing hotline.
We're about to put this man on a milk box or something.
I swear to God. We were supposed to do a podcast episode with this man, and he just didn't show up, and I haven't talked to this man since. Yeah, but
he got kidnapped.
So what's funny was like I almost tricked myself, and it's a terrible way to do it, but it actually helped. And when I was in junior college and I was playing football and spring ball, I thought I was the worst player ever, but the only reason why I thought I was the worst player ever is because, think about it, if you're at the very bottom, the only place you can go is up. So then, like, it kind of helped trick my mind in a weird way. So I didn't come off as cocky. I didn't do all this stuff. And I was actually making plays. I'm like, oh, shit, I can actually play. Okay. But hindsight being 2020, I don't know why the fuck I thought that. Like, that's probably not a good way to think about things and things of that nature. But, yeah, I'm trying to trick my mind right now, and I'm trying to find a better situation to where I could be happy, because I want to get off at a decent time and be able to interact with my friends, because it seems like every time that you guys are off, well, I guess you're working in the restaurant business now. Yeah, I'm working in a restaurant too. So you know how it is.
Yeah,
but, like,
always.
Every time you go in, everybody's getting off and doing stuff, so you're like kind of falling off the rim. I just want to be free, just have a little bit more control in life, and like I just like getting work done. Like, I hate having to wait for work, because then I end up being more lazy than I do when I actually get work done and I have the whole day to do whatever I do. I'm about a 7 right now.
7.
Can't say I'm too high. Can't say I'm too low.
Yeah.
But I'm also kind of being complacent, so that's an issue of mine.
Yeah.
Now, I'm nowhere near the level of a book reader as Anna, and I do have Ultra Learning that I need to get back to, and I haven't read in a while. But we need a book update. What have you been reading now?
Yeah, so I just read The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, and I actually just posted a blog post review on it today. This morning. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I don't think he intended on it being an anti-war book, but I read it as one, and I think it definitely, I don't know, had that vibe to it. It was very sad, very, like, heart-wrenching. It was a very good read. But before that, I read In Cold Blood by Truman. That's a true crime. I've been really into true crime lately, so, you know. And then before that, The House on Mango Street. I've been slowly. The next book I'm reading is The Alchemist, which will be a second time me reading it, just because I want to see if I pick up anything new from it. And then I also am planning on finishing Little Women by the end of this month. So.
And how much do you usually read a day?
A day. So I actually devote, so what makes me very happy is reading and writing. So I devote 30 minutes to an hour a day writing, and then I read for about the same amount of time, like 30 minutes to an hour each day as well.
That's what I need to do. I need to think of it. But set the vibe, set the aesthetic for the viewers and listeners at home. Do you have a little bit of background music? Because I noticed that like I can't do it. Like I get distracted very easily.
No,
So
I need, especially while writing. If I have any music, I will write to the tone of the music playing. Like even if there's no lyrics, like it's I don't know. And I've talked to other people that write, and because I used to be in a writing group, and they all said the same thing, that they tend to write in the tone of the music. And I was like, yeah, I definitely do that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. And, yeah, reading, I don't have anything playing either. But I usually read, like, right when I wake up. So I wake up and I try to stay off my phone and, like, read at first, you know? Because that's a bad habit I'm trying to break, is, like, jumping on my phone right away in the morning.
I don't know. I think, for me, I like quiet a lot. So, like, I would definitely need everything to be off as far as, like, me reading or writing. I mean, me journaling, there has to be like some sort, like I would literally like turn every single light off and just get to writing down my thoughts and everything. And, you know, for me, that's about an hour 30. Because for me, I don't know if it's with everybody else, but like it actually, I can't just write everything down that's in my head. Like I literally got to think about what I need to write down and what makes the most sense. So I don't know, but yeah, I definitely need peace and quiet.
I think that's why I'm not a writer, because like I definitely, like, I'm the type of person, I don't know if they they did a psychology test, but like I'm the type of person that will like write notes on the sides and the edges, and like my whole paper be kind of full, because I'm like, I got a freestyle. Like I used to, like in college I used to do, I guess it'd be vlogging. I guess, you know, how people did blogging. Like, I used to just reflect on my day, and that's, like, my writing would be verbal. I think that's also why, so cool. I kind of fell in love with the podcast, radio vibes, because I'm just so used to, like, looking at the camera and just talking.
Right.
And
that's very cool.
That's what I usually used to do. And I'm the same way with reading and, like, video editing. I cannot have, like, background noise. Like I want to have a subtle little like smooth lo-fi type song, because lo-fi is like my favorite music to where I'm doing other things.
Yeah, if I'm doing schoolwork, I'll do lo-fi.
But like
that's why I can't like edit like at like coffee shops or whatever anymore, because like I get so distracted, especially when I'm editing with somebody else. I get to talking about other stuff, and then I'll be like, "Whoa, fuck! It's been literally an hour, and I'm still on
I'm
my
okay
picture."
with that kind of background noise. Like I can read in a coffee shop, and I can write in a coffee shop, the whole 9 yards. I just like it's like specifically TV and like music and stuff like that type of noise.
And like I'm always self-conscious about what the people are like passing by looking at, like when like I'm editing and stuff like that, and it's like
like the photos.
Well,
like
hey, those are good. I'm like, yeah, thanks, they're not done. But, yeah.
They're not done.
They're not done. I noticed too that like when I'm editing, like I don't edit as well. Like I don't, because I think of like something funny or creative, like, oh yeah, I could do this here, but then as soon as I hear this, I like start doing this. And not to mention, like, I have a TV and a monitor in my room, so like when I'm editing on my monitor, I'm like on the keyboard and stuff, and then I see the TV and I like kind of do like this motion, so I'm like looking back to the side, and then that just messes me up too. This is kind of spontaneous, and this is something I just thought about off the top of my head, but I kind of curious to see what Anna would recommend. Are you ready for a spontaneous random question?
Sure.
So obviously, obviously you know Tyler more than me because you guys have been closer. But I'm curious to see, what would you recommend a book for Tyler, and what would you recommend a book for me?
That's actually a good one.
Yeah. Like so I mean, okay. So Tyler right now is really into like spirituality readings and stuff. So I don't know. I'm reading The Alchemist next, so maybe you should read The Alchemist.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then we can both like talk about it. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Gotcha.
I think you would really like The Alchemist
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
What I want to read though is sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine.
I want to read Be Water My Friend by Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I really actually want to see what his...
I literally just saw someone post that on their story.
It was Bat.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Bat. But, yeah.
You gotta get him on the pod.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta get him on the pod.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I would like to see what his like philosophical views on just everything in life goes, as far as him, being a martial artist and an actor.
Yeah.
How he kind of differentiates the two from, being a normal person and just wanting to be, calm, cool, and collected, and then also getting, the crazy world of fucking acting too. So I just want to see where his mind was during the time that he was alive.
That would be a nice book to read.
And for you, I don't know, since you're really into like video games, I think Ready Player One would be fun. Have you seen the movie though? Okay, the movie's nothing like the book. It's it was like very different, I feel like. But the book's very good. So maybe Ready Player One, or also, I don't know. You could read like The Greatest Salesman in the World. That one's kind of like The Alchemist in the sense of like, it's like a quest book type thing. But I feel like that would really empower what you're doing right now, especially with the podcasts and stuff like that.
See, out of the two, I definitely want to try to read that sales one.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I'm
I have it. You can borrow it whenever.
Okay.
I'm big on borrowing books. No, I lend my books out all the time.
Okay.
And you can write in them and everything. I love it when people mess up a book.
Okay. All right.
I do. Because I like rereading it through and like seeing what other people's ideas were when they were reading it and stuff.
That's kind of how I like with fighting games, and I'm like trying to learn a character. I kind of like that too, because I like the perspective of other people. It helps expand like your mind. And,
exactly. Like I'm like, oh, this person like actually like this part of the book really stood out to that person, but it didn't stand out to me, And I'm like, well, let me like revisit that and like see why it didn't stand out to me, and like how it stood out to them, And I feel like I learned more from doing that,
Yeah, that makes a whole bunch of sense to me.
Yeah.
And it's funny how like when I compared it to like fighting games and you compare it to a book, like it still works in the
it's the same thing.
And I guess you can't really apply it from the book, but at
you
least you could go out and apply it when it comes to sports and things of that nature. But all right, I'll read that book because it's gonna sound stupid, but I haven't went in a while because actually the reason why I haven't went to a Barnes and Noble in a while is because I wanted to finish the books I had because I have like some manga because like obviously I'm a fan of anime. I was gonna
ask if you were into manga and stuff.
I love manga and I like have like regular books, but I bought so much, so I'm like, all right, I need to finish these before I go and buy some more books because then they're just gonna collect. And also I just want to get to a point where I could collect mangas and like have like mangas all on a desk shelf type thing. And then have it to where I can have like regular books, but I want it to be shit that I've read. So
you gotta recommend me a manga because I read graphic novels. Like I have some favorite graphic novels, but I've never like tried reading a manga. So I need to know where I should start.
I'm trying to think of what kind of vibe you would like to, but I'll do my research. I'm gonna try to find you something. You might. I haven't read it myself, but it's called Spy X Family.
Okay.
It's about this like spy who's a well-known assassin, and I guess he does his job well, and he's just cold at it, and like James Bond-esque.
Yeah.
But then they're kind of telling him like, "Yo, you need a family." I think for hiding reasons. I didn't really read the description too much, so then he gets like this adorable daughter and like this fake wife, and like that's the series. I haven't read it yet, so it might be crazier than what I think, but maybe you can try that. I'm willing to try that. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
But I need to start reading again. I used to, if you don't know, if you hang your feet up like against the wall, kind of like I guess like
with your back on the floor.
Well, or if you was on your bed or something like that, it's supposed to like how like holding like doing a handstand and the blood rushes through your head. It's supposed to do that for your legs and it like flushes out your legs.
Oh.
And if you do that like 10 minutes a day, it looks stupid, but if you do it 10 minutes a day, your legs feel like better. Like I've noticed that from past experience.
I'm gonna try that.
And I usually did it while reading, so I just put my feet up on the bed and then like read for like 10 minutes or something like that. So I need to start doing that again. I haven't done it in a while though. But not to get toxic, but just to have a fun little conversation. And since we have a female here, I would love to have a female's perspective on this. What is 50-50 really? And what I mean by that is everybody and their mama says that, whether it's for relationships or whether it's for dates, and they say that about a significant other and things of that nature. So to both of you guys, to get the male and female perspective, what is 50-50 to you? Like, say, like, as far as dating goes, or going on a date with a female, or say, like if you live with a significant other, like.
I think 50-50, like, I don't know. It depends on what level of date as well. Like, is this a first date? Where are we talking? You know?
Okay. Well, since this is a podcast and we got time, first date, would you go 50-50 on anything?
Oh, yeah, date? For sure. I would. Okay, so I'm definitely all for, like, paying, like, my portion on the first date. Just because, I mean, in any date in general, especially just because, like, you don't know on the first date how it's going to go.
But are you saying this too?
Oh, am I telling people? No, but that's mostly just because people, like, always offer. I don't know. Money's kind of a weird situation. I always feel weird talking about it, especially since, I don't know. I feel like guys just always, like, immediately grab the check and, like, go for it, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least on the dates I go on.
Yeah, and I do.
I'd be willing to pay, though, half of it.
I would feel like a dickhead. Like, if I were to make you pay, I would feel like...
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
It's almost like... I wouldn't say it's like gentleman courtesy or common courtesy, I guess.
Now, there's been times where, like...
If I'm asking you to go on a date with me...
Yeah.
Of course I'm fucking paying.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Well, but...
If I ask someone on a date, I'm going to pay. Like, if I'm going out of my way to ask.
I mean, but have you asked, though?
No, but that's also because I'm not really, like, I don't know. You guys know me.
I feel like girls don't really shoot their shot like that.
Well, you guys know me in general. I don't really go on dates a lot. Like, I just don't.
I don't know. I was just having a conversation as far as, like, that as a whole. I don't necessarily need a deep dive in that right now.
I know, but... You know, I just don't go out of my way, I guess, because I'm just like, I'm pretty content, you know?
And like, Anna, like, y'all could come to me. I feel like I've had situations where me and the female want to hang out, and then, like, once we hang out, and sometimes I'll be up front, because, like, I was never the charmer with money. I'll be like, hey, I ain't got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to order something off the dolly menu? I got you. Yeah. I'm not saying we would pull up to a fucking McDonald's.
I know you're not taking them to Applebee's.
I don't know. I feel like...
Hey, that 2 for $20.
Because there's also, like, 50-50 in, like, friendships, you know? Mm-hmm. And, like, for instance, Michael will cover me, and I'll cover him the next time we go out to eat. Yeah. Same with, like, Sarah and Emily and stuff, you know? We'll do, like, every other.
Which is fair, and I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been in relationships where it's like that.
Yeah, me too.
I, like...
Relationships, not friendships.
No, I know. I'm saying relationships as well.
Yeah.
Like, more, I'm saying not dating, like when you're actually, like, in a relationship. I feel like that's how it should be.
I mean, sometimes, like, me and Tyler will chill, and then, like, after a pod, like, he might order something, so I'll, like, throw him, like, some money. Although the one time he did fuck up my order, but we don't talk about that.
You still ate, didn't you?
You still fucked up my shit.
You still ate, didn't you?
You would not eat if I fucked up your shit.
You still ate.
You would not eat if I fucked up your shit.
You don't know. What the fuck would you get me?
Something fucked up that you didn't want?
How would you know it would be fucked up that I didn't want it? Because if I'm hungry, why would I care?
Because you would. Tyler.
Because you would. Because if I asked you what the fuck you want and I didn't get you what the fuck you want, you would feel some type of way. Regardless if you would eat the shit or not, you would still feel some type of way.
What did you ask for?
Listen. I'm a bitch about it. But I'm also going to eat.
But that's the point.
That's survival.
Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make it real life perspective. No, because like I told this nigga the order, right?
If I ain't ate shit all day, literally all day.
That's what it was.
Oh, I'd be grumpy.
And I told this nigga the order. And this nigga gonna add salsa to it. Like,
he doesn't like fucking salsa.
But no one told him to add salsa to it.
Oh, that's fair. If you don't like salsa,
I never liked salsa in my life.
You never told me that you never liked salsa.
I didn't think you put it on the order. It said nothing.
How would I know? How would I know, Brian Allen? How would I know?
Because it never said that in the message, my
Because
nigga.
you never fucking told me what you, in all our 22 years, you've never told me what you haven't liked, what you liked, what is content for you.
But Anna, what he's not listening to.
What the fuck is my problem? Like, what happened?
Hold on, Anna, listen.
Yes.
Fuck what he talking about. Ignore him for a second. What I'm saying is,
in the fucking headache, dude.
In the text message, it never said, "Hey, nigga, put salsa on that shit." It never did. He had one job. All he had to do was.
My bad for expanding your variety as far as
you could have got it on the side, nigga. You could have got it on.
Who the fuck orders sauce on the salsa on the side?
They have it in those little compartments.
But why would you want that?
Because if I wanted to try,
if you weren't going to eat the fucking salsa anyway, why would you want that?
You can dip it.
Because then I could try it.
You can dip your burrito or taco in it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you put the whole sauce on some shit you don't even know if you're going to like?
I usually get salsa on the side.
Everybody does that.
I like dipping it.
No, not everybody, because I don't.
You're the only nigga that don't.
Why?
If you're going to try some shit, you put the whole thing on your, like, say you're going to get a burger.
Why fucking not? Because it might taste better.
But hold on. Say you're going to get a burger. Say you're going to put some random sauce that you ain't never had in your day in life. You going to just put the whole shit on the burger?
Yeah.
Nigga, why? What if you don't like it?
What if I do?
You're
not
going to
dip
50-50? Are you going to
exactly. 50-50. That is full circle now. See what we be talking about?
You didn't even prove nothing, nigga. You just proved that you like mix-ups in real life. You like playing Russian roulette. That didn't mean shit.
I would at least like
what life
dip a
is?
French
Russian
fry
roulette.
in it.
Isn't that what life is? Just mixing shit together and see what the fuck happens.
But what I'm saying is, if I
am I right or am I right?
Okay. Since you want to go deep dive on the podcast,
all right.
we got time.
Okay.
No, we finna deep
all
dive.
Right.
Fuck it. I'll tell you. I'll paint the whole story for you guys. Listen.
I did not want this. By the way.
I didn't either, but you brought it here.
I just wanted you to eat.
It'd be like essentially.
Actually,
here we
sorry.
go. No, he's on his thing. Here we go.
Hold that thought, Anna. I'm gonna tell you the full story, and then you let me know. So, Tyler tells me he's with the guest that's here at the time. They're not here. They end up going to get food, and he texts me. He's like, "Yo, what do you want from here?" I tell him the exact order. I tell him, like, "Yo, let me get a steak burrito, steak rice bowl."
You don't even know what the fuck it was.
Nigga, I fucked up. I said steak rice bowl, double meat, lettuce, cheese, tomato, black beans, and a side order of fries.
Oh yeah,
that's like.
If it's like a Chipotle line or something like that, then like
it was Pepper Jack Grill, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I gave him the whole shit. Like all he had to do was read it off.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, my order usually like $15, $16. I gave this nigga like $20, $25. Like I gave him more than he needed to pay for mine.
Oh, nice.
So, this nigga.
This dude right here, man.
Comes back. Listen, hold on. Let me get my shit off. Since you won't get your shit off, let me get my shit off. Comes to me. Comes with the bowl. The bowl got salsa on it. I don't even like salsa.
Yeah.
And you don't got no fries. He didn't have half the shit that I asked for.
Did I even tell you? They didn't. They ran out of fries, dude. So what the fuck?
But you didn't give me the $5 back though for when I gave you more money to tip you for getting that. I'm like, my nigga gonna give me some food.
But if they ain't got fries, then what the fuck am I supposed to? I'm not giving the $5 back to you if they ain't got fries.
Nigga, what? That's what I'm talking.
Okay, so
keeping that $5, man.
You see, like this nigga put sauce on
that's
my
travel cost. That's travel cost.
You were already there. You were already there.
I was grabbing the shit.
That'd be like you order for Anna,
but I was grabbing.
That'd be like you ordering for Anna and getting her meat when she's a pescatarian.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say earlier, and I started to say something.
That's exactly what we like.
That's what I was gonna say.
That'd be like me getting you banana bread when I know you don't fuck with bananas.
I would still kind of eat it.
No, you wouldn't. Bro,
you want me to bring the banana bread I just baked here?
Fuck no, do not bring that banana bread. Do not.
That's my point.
No, fuck banana bread.
This is the same nigga. This is the same nigga.
Hold on. What are you doing?
This is the same nigga who don't even like pecan pie. Doesn't even eat the shit. But it'd be in his house and he throw it away. Like, what kind of shit is that?
To be honest with you, I've kind of gotten a liking for pecan pie now.
I
got a distinct taste for pecan pie.
You remember when I got some
God
from
bless
work?
You, Brian, because
that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I finally
it tastes
seen
like
the
syrup.
light. I finally seen the light with pecan pie.
Y'all see what I go
through.
through.
Bless you for that.
Like,
after years of throwing that shit away, I've wasted good hard years and good hard food. That
You could have given it to
aided.
Brian.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck Brian. If it's in my house, if
This is
it's
what
in
I
my
go-
possession, why the fuck would I give something else to him?
Because you're not eating
He could have
it.
just got. First of all, I'm not telling him that I had pecan pie in my house. Why would I do that? That's like unused. That's like information.
Just
that's
keep
not even
exposing yourself,
necessary.
nigga, at this point. That's all I got to
That's
say.
information that's not necessary. Like, you don't need to know what the fuck's in my refrigerator first. There ain't shit in the refrigerator. So
Are you supposed to keep pecan pie refrigerated?
yeah,
Oh,
I was like, I don't know.
I mean,
We ate all of ours, so I think, I don't know. We
I guess
might
it
have
really just
thrown them
depends
away, too, I
if you
guess.
want to or not.
Yeah.
you a dirty motherfucker if you leave your pie sitting out. Your pecan
You
pie
don't leave
sitting
your. What about apple pie? Do you leave your apple pie sitting out?
out.
People leave
Everything
their
is
No, I leave
everything
my
is
apple
refri-
pie out.
Everything is refrigerated.
Oh,
You can
no.
just warm it up back in the oven.
Well, yeah, you're right.
I just
I don't
learned.
know why we leave it out, but we do.
I just learned my grandma. She leaves a lot of her food out because I guess she doesn't like it cold because of refrigerated.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know
but
that.
you
shit.
can reheat it. That's the thing I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I guess.
Yeah.
But you know, if it's room temperature, it probably tastes better than it would going
I
in
mean,
there.
You
Like,
think it
there's
would
just-
taste better than it would being hot?
No, I'm not saying hot, Goofy. I'm
You
saying
still warm it up
if-
in the microwave.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, if
That's
you,
what I'm saying too. Like,
But that's what I'm saying is this goes colder than room temperature,
Yeah.
so it's not going to be as hot as it would be sitting out, and then you put it in the microwave. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah, but still, I like it. Things hot, piping hot, like Little Caesars.
Bro, get out your own house, bro. What you
You gonna pay me to get out my own house? I still owe.
Nigga, all I gotta do is wait like 30 days.
That's true.
Yeah, but
This nigga's an
Everyone's
asshole.
moving.
Yeah, I mean, also another thing of 50-50, I would say is like maybe if I get the bill, like you leave the bill.
Oh, I forgot that's what we were even talking about.
But
yeah, me and
know.
Brian got into it, and I got actually like very, very frustrated.
Whatever.
it was your fault, nigga.
Oh my
Oh, it was
gosh. Okay,
not my
guys,
fucking
back
fault.
to the 50-50. Back to the 50-50.
Bro, all you had to do was follow this. Right?
Oh my gosh, back to the 50-50.
The directions were not there for me to follow,
Okay, so
Nigga, freestyled it. What you mean?
50-50.
and that's what I try to do
I probably
with the salsa.
You didn't have to.
I literally freestyled.
You didn't have
That's what I did.
need to get better about being 50-50 in relationships.
I'm just trying to figure out why this nigga did that when he didn't have to.
I'm still trying to figure out why you bitching about it. At least you ate.
Oh my gosh.
There's
guys.
motherfuckers out here that didn't even eat.
We're not even gonna be
It's
able
because
to
I paid this nigga. That's if you really want to know why I'm upset. It's because I gave you
I
money
paid,
for food.
but I paid. That's the thing.
I gave you more money than you used, nigga.
I paid for you to eat.
What?
I paid for you to eat.
What?
You could have kept your money and you could have not eaten, or you couldn't have gotten your own shit.
What?
But no,
Tyler.
you trusted me, your boy, 22 years. You trusted me to get something for you, and that's
failed,
exactly
nigga.
what I
And you
got.
failed.
And that's
And you
exactly
failed.
what the fuck I got.
And you failed.
In my mind, that was a successful trip. I'm glad about that. I'm glad you ate. I'm glad that you got something
you
in your
eat it?
stomach.
I took the
Fuck
fucking
yeah, he
salsa
ate.
off.
He ate that shit.
I threw the salsa away.
He threw the salsa away, but he still ate the
And I
meal.
threw the fucking
I
lettuce
paid
that
for
had the
the
salsa.
meal. I paid for him to eat.
You didn't pay for it. You did not
Like,
pay for
I
it.
gave
You gave me the money, so therefore I paid for it. Were you in line?
Oh my gosh. Oh
I
my
gave
gosh.
you more money than you had.
Were
for
you
it.
in line?
I gave you more. Nigga,
Were you
do
in
you
line?
hear yourself? Do you know what you're
Wait,
arguing?
wait. Did you Venmo him the money or
He
physically?
damn sure
hand-
did Venmo,
Okay,
PayPal me
so
the
then
fucking money.
technically you didn't even have the money then yet, unless you paid a
No,
transfer
let's
fee.
not get it twisted. I had money,
Well,
but
I'm just
he was
saying-
going to give me his money.
Yeah, but you didn't yet.
And I gave this nigga a tip. That's what I my
A
meal
tip is
usually
traveling cost.
Oh
meal
my
usually
gosh,
like
you
that.
were already there, Tyler.
I fucking kept
This
that.
nigga's an asshole. This nigga's an evil villain. I see what you mean by you say you like being evil because you're showing. Yes,
I don't think
you're not.
I don't think I'm evil. I just have.
Tyler, you literally
He's smiling while I
stated
say
that
this.
earlier.
He's smiling while he
Negative
say
You
this.
literally. Oh my gosh.
But like I mean well though.
I mean well.
didn't.
But I got negative intentions. That's what
I
you
meant
just
well
said.
for you. God bless you.
God.
That could have been a lonely, starving night
You know,
for
like
you.
if this nigga would have got the salsa on the side, I'd be like, all right, you know what? Maybe I try. Maybe I
You
don't
was not going to fucking try. That's the thing I know about you. You was not going to try. You
Here's
still
Ty-
was going to be like, what the
Tyler.
fuck is this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm siding with Brian on this one.
Cool. Got it. Everybody's got to pick. But yeah.
So wait, hold on.
Moving on.
I gotta ask this one question. If you knew I wasn't gonna try it, why the fuck did you put it on me?
What?
If you knew I wasn't gonna try the salsa, why would you put it on me?
So you're exposing yourself. You wasn't going to try the salsa.
Why did you put it on me?
You wasn't going to try the salsa.
What? Nigga, are you getting sponsored by the salsa? What the fuck? Why are you wanting me to try the salsa so damn bad? You didn't even have salsa on your shit, did you?
Yeah, I love salsa. I have salsa on everything. Plus, I put a hot sauce on it.
Oh.
You know how
I
amazing.
would put hands on this nigga if you put hot sauce. I like hot sauce.
I like hot
Jesus
sauce.
Christ, man.
It depends on the hot sauce though, because I don't like buffalo hot sauce. It's like weird.
I
But
just like tasting my shit. Hot sauce has never tasted good to me. It was just this shit's
I don't know.
You're the type that likes to enjoy their food. Like, so you don't like anything spicy?
I don't like spicy. I have my.
Well, what the fuck is hot sauce? That ain't spicy?
But there's like levels to spice.
Yeah. Like he's saying, like mild or medium. Like I don't like anything hot either.
Yeah, mild's okay, depending on what it is. There's some mild spices that I like, but it really just depends.
50-50. Let's move on.
So continue. Or how about this? Oh, here's a good scenario for both of you guys. Say y'all in a relationship. Well, all three of us.
I have been in.
Myself.
Yeah.
So hypothetically
Shit, Lord
speaking,
knows.
nigga, it'll come one day. Say you're in a relationship, and say it's your place. Your significant other moves into your place. 50-50 wise, what do you expect them to pay? Would you just want them to cover the bills and then you pay the rent since obviously it's your place? Or how would you go about trying to split that?
Well, the rent costs more than some bills.
But I'm saying if it's your place already and they're moving in, so
Wait,
I would want them to actually cover the bills, I guess. But then I feel like I would still, knowing me, I would still take on some bills. We just split the bills, and I just have like full rent, I guess, if that makes sense.
So then wouldn't it be freeloading?
I feel like so I'm like
It wouldn't
completely
be freeloading
opposite.
if they're still paying something.
So I feel like it's circumstantial. Like, why are they moving in to your own place? Like, is it because you're like asking them to? Is it because they're like tight on money? You know, that sort of thing. So it depends. But if it's just you guys, you know, you've been together for like 3 years and you're like, oh, it's time to move in together. You have a nice place. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be comfortable like having a conversation and being like, I'd be comfortable living in your place with you. Then I feel like it should be directly down the middle. Like rent, utilities, everything split 50-50.
But so you would but then put yourself in your shoes.
Yeah.
Saying the guy's moving in, and then you would want to split everything 50-50.
It depends. Like I said, it depends on the
because you did give a
situation.
super hypothetical. You was like 3 years.
Right.
Well,
3
no.
years.
Okay, that's also because I don't see myself living with a significant other is just, I don't know.
It's
Something.
kind of
It's something
I'm
I've
not
never
going to
experienced.
I'm not going to die myself, but it's different.
Yeah.
And then like if things go awry, then it's different. You know, like
Yeah.
it gets really
I feel like I would only move in with my significant other if I've been with them for an extended period of time, like well over a year. But that's just me personally. Or like there's a situation like where they're tight on money, they need somewhere to stay, that sort of thing. Then like of course I'm gonna be like, yeah, you can stay with me. And that doesn't have to be 50-50, obviously. That's more of a conversation that's like, hey, like, can you cover this and this? You know what I mean?
Right. I would personally, like, because I would rather have them move in with me than me move in with them. Because then, you know, people like to hold shit above your head.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I feel like in my philosophy, the scenario that I kind of give would probably be like
this actual topic makes me so angry and it's bringing me triggers.
Oh my bad, but like only reason I brought it up because it was a good Twitter topic. That's why I brought it up mainly.
No, we're good. We're fine.
But yeah, I would have it to where I pay the rent and maybe like water, like utilities and stuff like that. Maybe
Wait, are you talking like an apartment or a home? Like, are you renting to own a home?
See, all right, Anna, make this make sense. How you go from not even seeing the hypothetical and making the hypothetical even bigger than what you I was just thinking apartments. She's like, no, you talking about homes?
Well, because if it's your own home, then I feel like you should cover all the rent. You get what I'm saying? Like if I own a home and I'm renting to own a home or whatever, renting to buy, then I would
just want them to freeload it.
No, I'm saying, I mean, maybe like utility, like what you guys were saying, like maybe utilities where you cover the rent.
Somebody got to be doing something up in there
okay.
other than me.
I'm sorry,
if I'm not the only dude.
I wouldn't mind living with a significant other, but they going to live for free.
So I'm saying if I'm like renting to buy a home.
You're going to get out.
You got to leave when I leave.
A lot of it, I think, depends on like names on lease too. Like, is name's going to be on the lease or no? See, that's what I'm getting at. Because if you're owning your own home, you're renting to buy a home, okay? Their name's not going to be on the lease. Say you've already been there a couple of years. Their name's not on the lease. It's a little bit different. If you guys end up breaking up, there's no issues to it. In an apartment, it's different.
But I feel like
fucking tricky. That's what.
Yes, name is on the lease. When people move out, you got to buy out of the lease. It's weird.
But I feel like if my name's on the lease, right? I feel like transitioning to like water and electricity and utilities shouldn't be that hard.
Well, usually that's covered by apartment.
Because
depends on the apartment. Because sometimes it's just electricity.
Yeah, it depends on
sometimes it's just water.
Yeah, depends.
Because like water would when I lived with my cousin, me and his name were both on the lease, but I had to pay electricity.
Yeah.
Because like my dumb ass didn't understand how apartment worked, and like I thought utilities were getting paid, and like electricity. I thought certain shit, like everything was covered because I was paying everything. And niggas ain't never sent me a letter until they shut my shit off. And I was like,
It was like, all right, click.
But then, see, electricity was in my name. And then I think the other utility was in my name as well.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think everything else was covered. But I think we had to pay electricity. And that was in my name. So I feel like I would want the apartment in my name. And then, like, maybe for that person that moves in to pay, like, whatever bills that are, like, the extra.
Yeah.
So that way it kind of balances out. Because, like, in my mind, if I already decided that I'm going to be an adult and take care of the shit to where I can have my own personal space in this place, I'm going to take care of the shit whether you helping or not, regardless. But you should help in some sort of way. I'm not saying 50-50 down the middle, but I'm saying, like, nigga, you can't just live here for free.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm getting at, I guess. If my name is the only name on the lease, then I was like, I'm fully intending on paying for it, but yet you should chip in some. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
So I agree with that. Like I said, it's all circumstantial, though. It's weird. Like I'm saying, if someone's moving in at like lease ending, so you're adding someone to your lease at the end of a year or whatever your lease length was, then I feel like it should be all like 50-50. Because I feel like when you add a name, it's like you're splitting rent, right?
Right.
See, that's what I see it as.
Like, if I were to move in with someone, like, say, a significant other, like, tomorrow, I probably want it to be 50-50.
Yeah. That's what, or if you're moving in with a friend, would you want it to be, like, 50-50? If you guys talk about it beforehand, and you're like, oh, we're moving in together, we're going to split the lease or whatever.
I guess it just depends, too, on how, like, and there's a lot of variables with this.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess it depends, too, on, like, how much you're making, too.
Yes.
Like, say, okay, another hypothetical. Say your significant other, they make a buku amount of money. Like, they're good. Like, they balling.
Yeah.
Would you still want them to split, or?
I'm not going to move. Okay, so say they already have a home, you know? I'm not going to, or they're renting out an apartment. Whatever, and we start talking about like moving in together. I don't think I would feel comfortable moving in somewhere where I couldn't cover half.
I feel that. But then would you feel offended though?
What do you mean, like offended by? Oh, like if they didn't want to move, if they didn't want to move somewhere that was like lesser.
No. Like say, oh well, that too. But like say, like they get 10 G's a month, and you barely got enough to cover rent, and then basically it's some miscellaneous purchases, like a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah.
But they're talking about, hey, Anna, baby girl, I would love to split half of the rent. Like I'm talking like it's chump change to them. But Would you feel some type of way about that?
No, I don't think so. I don't, but again, I think I'd be very upfront if I couldn't do it half, you know what I mean? Which in this situation, I'm guessing that I wouldn't be able to, so I'd be like, yeah, no, can't do that, but like I still want to move in. Can we go somewhere like lesser? And if the answer is no, then the answer is no. You know what I mean?
Just gotta live with that answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, I guess we're not moving in together.
everybody deserves their own type of right to their money, like
Yeah.
so heartedly. But then that, like, some shit would like eventually bother me because it's like, damn, you see me struggling. I'm not saying you gotta pay, like, I don't deserve to pay half the rent. I would do it, but like, damn, you can't get dinner tonight. Like, if you're here, like, because
Yeah.
I don't know about you. And another reason why I brought this 50-50 topic up is Quavo's ex-girlfriend. How do you say her name?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention.
She was basically saying that, like, men don't really deserve to be babied, I guess, for lack of a better term. But her ideology was, like, you expect, like, if the guy is out there working, you know, doing what he has to do, providing and all this stuff, basically you want the woman to, you know, have food cooked.
Oh, like house rearing.
And be a mother and then also work, but then also baby you. So she was like, y'all really don't deserve it because it's like you already expect us to, like, cook you a home-cooked meal and be a mother to your child and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I saw that point, but I was just like, I don't know, because it's like the only place in the world a guy is going to get babied is by his significant other.
Yeah.
Like, the world don't care about you. The world wants you to work harder, to provide and do all this stuff. And it's like the only time you get to really relax and be treated like a king is by your significant other.
Yeah.
And so that's why I kind of brought up the topic of, like, the 50-50 thing. Like,
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know. Because I would see, like, my philosophy, like, with relationships, I don't know, it's, you know, the guy that's been single the longest, but it's, like, been in some situationships, like, it seems hypocritical for me to talk about it.
Those are the best things ever, by the way.
But, like,
No, they are not.
for me to talk about it, I would personally say, like, in my mind, in my philosophy, especially now, is, like, if I'm in a relationship for you, I should not stress you out. Like, I should only take away your stress. Like, whether that's physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, like, the world's already stressful enough. Like, I should only be a blessing. So I could kind of see if, like, say, if the wife did make more money than me and I was a stay-at-home dad, I could see why they would want, like, a home-cooked meal. Or I would do things like, you know, run the bath for you, all that stuff. But at the same time, to not say guys don't deserve to be, like, babied. I don't know if I agree with that. Do you agree with that, Tyler? Or how do you feel about that?
You know how content I would be if I had a sugar mama.
Speak on it.
You know how fake happy I would be. Like, I don't know. I think about this a lot. And,
I don't know. I'm a paranoid fuck, too.
I know. I get nervous.
I get, like, bro, if somebody were to give me that much money, I would feel paranoid.
Yeah, I'd be like, what are you expecting from me?
well, if I have a sugar mama, I already know what to expect, you know?
That's fair.
So you slinging dick. That's what you said.
Fuck yeah, I'm slinging.
I respect you.
Fuck else.
I respect you.
Why not? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for real.
I mean, I know what my role is.
Man, that's nasty, though. Because y'all can't go out in public, bro. Y'all gonna go on a date looking crazy as hell. Well, this your grandma? Somebody's auntie.
Hey, sometimes they're like,
And I would go-
there's successful people in their 40s and 50s doing that
Fuck yeah,
too.
I'm not just going to date a sugar mama that's a dog.
Oh, you got standards, too.
Fuck yeah, I got standards.
Okay, so
I got standards, too.
right. So obviously they got to be attractive. How much they got to have? What's your allowance?
He only takes attractive money.
My allowance is probably like $1,000 every 2 weeks.
You think you slinging $1,000 dick? Like,
Oh, I know I am. I don't use condoms either, so you know.
this nigga here, you gonna trap her?
Fuck yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I would be Oprah's sugar
And don't
baby.
act like
me too.
has a male bravado. Don't act like you wouldn't either.
Nah, I gotta build my way up to $1,000 dick. I ain't got that yet. We're gonna get there one day.
You don't
but
have $1,000 dick?
I don't got that yet. I'm
Wow,
not
man.
out here like that.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's bad. We're going to get there eventually, but I ain't there now.
Know your words, man.
Hey, I'm about 250. I'll get 250.
250?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
All right.
About 250 right now.
Okay. Do you, man?
It's like the wine, like, ain't been, like, it's been some years, so it's going to get better.
We're talking about male body parts as far as our worth goes, man. I just now thought about that.
Yes. I've just been sitting here.
Oh, we did that in front of Anna. Shit. We did that in front of Anna.
She's heard
It's
it all
okay.
anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm okay.
But, I mean, yeah.
Damn, 250, really?
Shut up.
Like, it's been a while, so
I know it's been a while, but at the same time, I mean, fuck, you gotta know what you got.
But like, see, this is where you're fucking up because you say 250 off the dick. I still got personality.
That's fair.
And sometimes I be cute, so like.
Well, sometimes you can just go on dates. Like, you don't even have to do all that.
I feel like I'm just a funny, mysterious dude, so I don't talk a lot, and I'm kind of closed off, so I think that helps.
I don't
You
know.
are, but you're not at the same time.
I don't really like mysterious. I feel like that's like, I don't know any, like, I don't think any of my girlfriends really like mysterious either.
Everybody always says mysterious, but nobody knows what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I don't know if people actually
I think
like
it just
that
means
or
closed
not.
off. You have a closed personality, so you're not letting as much in as people would think that you would project out.
Oh, okay.
Like me, I kind of don't let many people in, even though I
That's
have
fair.
like a projective personality, I guess. But I'm trying to stay. As I get older, I'm trying to be more closed.
More reserved.
But I would argue that all of us are like that, but all of us have that introvert, extrovert type personalities too. So
I don't know where yours starts and where yours begins as far as the extrovert, honestly, if we're being so honest.
Honestly, yeah, my shit be on the limit. My shit would be like on a battery limit. Honestly, I got like 30 minutes of it, and then like as soon as I'm ready to go home, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. And I guess
Just give me an hour.
I guess it's just more so like I don't want to come off as fake, I guess.
Well, it depends on my environment. Like if we're in the same place for like a good hour and a half and I'm seeing the same people walking around, like a bar environment. If I'm seeing the same people walking around and I'm just standing there for an hour and a half and nothing's going on, I'm like, okay, I'm dying down.
I guess it also depends on like
until I see somebody else walking the bar that I like or enjoy
Oh,
talking
my
to.
word.
I might light up a
Yeah,
little bit.
that's true.
I'm back on the charger.
I guess it just depends though, because it's like if I'm not around somebody that like I'm comfortable with, I'll look like a lost puppy. I ain't gonna lie, my puppy moments be kind of crazy.
Yeah, you do be tying to me a little bit.
Hey, all right, fuck it. You don't have to bring it up, but everybody knows that.
I don't know. I just feel loose. I just feel free. You gotta be free in the bar.
But that's what I'm
You
saying.
also gotta
like,
be cautious.
But that's what I'm saying is like, so then how are you mysterious if you free and loose? I feel like mysterious would be like, but you do.
Sometimes.
Don't you talk all the time?
I don't know.
I feel like it's rare that you're like that. Maybe I think you're more like that when you go to like not dive bars, but like the chill, like low key kind of spots where you just kind of sit and chill.
This all ties back to me liking quiet.
Yeah.
I just want to say B Herb been on that, but that's
Yeah, Brian has been on that.
He don't go nowhere.
Yeah, that's why he's on that.
But, I mean, when I do go nowhere, I show you spots like I showed you that one time. That's where I be, honestly.
I could have literally went to that spot any time of the day, and it would have been okay for me by myself. So, yeah, I'm not going to give you that one.
What?
How?
What?
How not?
Because I've been there before. I've been to a lot of bars around here.
That's what I have too.
Oh, wow.
I'm a drinker.
I mean, because there's some spots around Moorhead that I've been to too, but we still got a lot of topics to talk about. Look,
Okay.
Hell yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
You just had like a Wayne's World moment.
so I guess I ain't really got a direct. How do y'all feel about April Fool's Day?
Fuck a April Fool's Day, man. I was living my life accordingly to how the 1st of April is supposed to go.
I don't usually get like April Fooled or anything. Like no jokes usually happen my way.
Like what? Are we 12?
Yeah. I listened to this Crime Junkie podcast, and so they release an episode every Monday, and but they'll randomly, like once a month, release like a special episode. So on April Fool's Day, I went on and was just doing dishes, so I was like, okay, I'll play one of their podcasts, and I saw they had a new one that just came out that day, so I was like pumped, and that episode was juicy as all get out, and then they said April Fool's at the end. It was all fake. They were like, but it was a really good story, right? And it was supposed to like mimic one of like Taylor Swift's songs that she just came out with, which I don't listen to Taylor Swift, so I had no idea.
You listen to Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift she's alright. I wouldn't say she's a queen, but yeah, she's good. She's
yeah,
good.
No, she's good. I just don't. I mean, listen to her often. Not enough to know her new music. I guess
I actually pre-ordered her new.
Oh, really?
Album. Like the vinyl is going to be.
How cool!
It's going to be a green cut vinyl, and I pre-ordered it. It's supposed to be out June.
Oh no, that's super cool.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that on the Brian podcast.
Yeah.
I was kind of upset at the end of it. I was like, that wasn't real. Just like a little letdown, But that's the most April Fool I got.
I don't get April Fools because I feel like I'm not the type to be playing jokes on, if that makes sense.
I fucking hate April Fool's Day with a burning passion.
I will literally fuck with you every single day. So every day for me to you is April Fool's.
Yeah, you don't really fuck with me like that.
Not anymore.
I mean, you never really did.
I could.
Nigga, that don't mean you did.
I will.
It's okay. I hate it with the burning fucking passion. Because
I was 12-year-olds around you that be fucking with you. That's why.
Well, no, it's not that too. It's I don't know. I'm trustworthy. I believe people. I'm happy. I'm nice and shit like that.
Yeah.
Gullible.
And yeah, gullible.
I'm gullible too.
My cousin, the biggest April Fool's Day prank I ever got was I had this little blue Sammy Sosa glove when he was on the Chicago Cubs. This was his dark skin Sammy Sosa, so this wasn't before the bleaching. Yeah, pre-bleach. And I came over to my grandma's house, and my cousin just had to have known. Oh, you got that glove? It's that's the Chicago Cubs glove, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, grandma, you didn't know what we doing today? And he was like, what?
Chicago Cubs. Huh?
And then I was like, I was young. Shut up. And so she's like, oh, so what are we doing today? And then he's like, we're going to go to Iowa Cubs game. And just sit there. We're going to wait for my uncle. And when I tell you, I sat, I'm a little kid with a baseball glove and a ball. So I could be playing catch and just running around type shit. When I tell you, I was sitting down probably an hour and a half in the backyard waiting for someone to come to get me so we could go to the game, and we didn't go to no fucking game. My cousin actually left.
No way.
She didn't come back and was like, yo, I was just fucking with you. Da, da, da. She left. My mom came up here. She's like, what you doing outside? I was like, we gonna go to the Cubs game. And she's like, nigga, no, we not. The fuck? Who told you that?
Oh, that's so
sad. Then my
sad.
cousin told me, and then I got a few times, and a couple female flings.
Sounds traumatizing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yes, seriously.
A couple of female flings definitely try to hit me up to be funny.
No
yesterday.
way.
And then some niggas that owe me money try to hit me up to be funny yesterday. And then, not to mention, probably 3 of the most traumatizing things that happened to me definitely happened on April Fool's Day. The girl that left me in the forest happened on April Fool's Day. The girl I found that was basically about to be a girlfriend cheated on me on April Fool's Day. There's a lot of bad shit.
Oh my gosh, she is.
It's a 50-50 because they're gonna be like, I was just fucking with you, but they weren't. They
Fucking
weren't.
disgusting, man.
That's crazy.
It's never a good time. And then, not to mention, like I said, I'm gullible, so I be hyper paranoid on.
Yeah. You're just ready for whatever.
And it was.
That's crazy.
You gotta get that cold heartedness to you.
And then
That's
actually,
not true.
somebody that fucked with me, when I say I hate April Fool's Day, I also hate 3 people in this thing called world. I'm so serious. I would beat them the fuck up if I ever saw them. One of them fucked with me on April Fool's Day, so that didn't help either. But and then
the crazy thing about it is that I know one's family.
No.
Really?
If he light skinned?
Yeah, duh.
Okay,
everybody in your family except you was light skinned.
I mean, yeah. Well, I also don't get no blacker than this. Like I'm 100%
I don't
chocolate.
know about that.
I'm chocolate.
You
bro.
get blacker.
But I mean, nigga, I'm full. That's what I'm trying to say. Smart ass.
All right.
Nigga, you get blacker too. What you mean?
I usually stay peanut butter color.
Not them legs though. Them legs be. It used to
The
be.
legs are waffle colored.
Yeah, legs would be the inside of a Kit Kat. Like them shits would used to be bad.
Yeah. You know the same thing with Pops too. Like
I believe it.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really seen him wear shorts.
we look like a shade tall. Like hard.
Well, I guess he used to wear. Did he used to wear Hooper shorts? I guess.
Who?
Pops.
That man wore capris.
Capris were in.
Let's not get it twisted.
That's so the last topic, Easter Sunday. How do you guys feel about Easter? Yeah, since we talk about holidays and things of that nature.
I have no take on Easter because I've never really like the fuck is supposed to be at Easter. Like
It's Jesus' resurrection, right?
okay, that's cool and all, but
This nigga finna. Oof.
but for me to sit here on Easter's and color eggs, what the fuck is the point? Like I could have did that like any other day, but I decided to choose a certain Sunday to do that. I don't like Easter for a specific reason because of that. Like, what does a rabbit have to do with Jesus' resurrection?
Yeah, the idea behind Easter is kind of weird.
What the fuck did the rabbit
But I
do?
like Easter.
I feel like Easter wouldn't slap if it didn't have a mascot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like obviously,
Like
you can't
Christmas
really make-
has Santa Claus and stuff like that.
And then
Fucking
that's-
Thanksgiving has a turkey.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what, New Year's, baby New Year.
Yeah.
But what the fuck is the rabbit doing?
Easter. Like,
Easter.
Somebody need to fill that spot.
I could have rather had Jesus himself.
Jesus himself.
I don't think it would have marketed.
I'm
as
sure
well.
there's a reason behind it. Like, you Google it.
There has to be some sort of Christianic reason.
Yeah, there has to be a reason. Probably just like the coming of spring, though. Like baby bunnies, you know?
Yeah, but isn't the color like pink in that regards too?
I don't know, maybe like spring flowers. Who knows?
Like, why is there a bunny for Easter? I guess.
Yeah. Google that.
Like, was the bunny in the tomb when he, like, got out? Like,
I don't even know what to say. What are your thoughts on Easter while I look this up, Anna?
I like Easter. So, I mean, we never really did, like, the religious aspect of it, I guess. But, I mean, we still have kids in the house, you know, or at my mom's house, my little brother. So, we still do, like, the whole entire 10 yards, you know, like the, we dye Easter eggs. We dyed Easter eggs on Wednesday. I went over there.
Don't you hide Easter eggs?
Yep,
too?
we hide Easter eggs, and we kind of do it like Santa, you know, where we'll hide them when he's asleep, and then when he wakes up, it'll be like, oh, the Easter bunny came, and you have to, like, find all your Easter eggs, you know, and stuff. And usually we get him, like, one small, like, present inside his Easter basket, too, like a, you know, like a Nerf gun or something like that, like, and that's kind of what we did when I was little, too. And then I have a lot of baby cousins and toddler cousins, so then we go over to my grandpa and grandma's house, and we kind of do the same thing over there.
So it says rabbits usually give birth to a big litter of babies called kittens, which I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So they became a symbol of new life. Legend has it that Easter bunnies lays, decorates, and hides eggs, as they also are a symbol of new life. This is why some children might enjoy Easter egg hunts as a part of the festival. So I guess it's to symbolize new life.
New life. Oh, that
makes
makes
sense.
sense, because he's resurrecting.
I didn't know rabbits, like babies, were called kittens, though.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know.
The
Maybe.
more you know.
I guess so. I don't know. I would feel like I would get roasted to eccentricity and on if I was like, oh, look at them kittens.
Yeah. They'd be like, those are baby bunnies. Yeah.
I feel like my fond memories of Easter, we didn't really do that. I guess we did have the eggs, and I remember like going over to one family member's house, and we were like doing the egg hunt. Mm-hmm. I feel like I got an Easter basket maybe 5 times in my life. I feel like it was very few and far between. I more so got a gift on Easter than anything.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Damn, Yeah, not too much to say about Easter.
I don't know. And we do a whole meal, like at my grandma's house, like kind of like Thanksgiving. It's like a Thanksgiving 2.0.
I guess we had that too.
Yeah.
As well. And actually, I guess this is the first type of holiday that we had where my grandpa wasn't there, because he would usually probably cook on an Easter or something like that. So I don't know what we're going to do. I might just visit my grandma maybe I'll get her an Easter basket.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
I was thinking of something like that. I don't know what I would put in the Easter basket for her, but...
They've got like some pre-made ones, you know.
That's true. But
yeah,
she's
but
also
you want to
older,
be
so
a little sentimental, yeah.
I don't know. I want to get something that's like, here, this is where I thought you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that could possibly entail.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Easter, and this year it's supposed to be super hot out. Like it's supposed to be like 70-something degrees on Easter Sunday, like close to 80.
Like 73 in the
Yeah, the fact that it's like I don't remember it being this fast. Was it always the first Sunday in April?
So I actually Googled that the other day because I never thought it was like this early either, and it changes. It changes.
So is it not the first Sunday
of every April? No.
Oh wow!
Like it changes different. It depends on.
I never really noticed. I never really cared to notice.
Yeah. It changes dates and stuff.
I remember it was like early, but I didn't know like what specific date.
Here, I'll
like,
Google
damn,
that.
Easter came this early?
Yeah, that's what, because I was like, because like one of my friends was saying that she needed to order something from Amazon, but then she said that it wouldn't come in time. And I'm like, what are you talking about? When's Easter? She's like, this Sunday. I was like, what the fuck?
So,
right?
So when I Googled it, it says it actually depends on the moon is like when Easter happens. It's supposed to coincide with the first Sunday after the Pascal full moon. I probably pronounced that wrong, which is the first full moon after the vernal equinox. The more you know.
But so then, all right, make this make sense. How in the fuck would they know that before it happens, I guess? Like, how would they know that before the year? Like, would they know, like, oh, yeah, it's going to happen this exact Sunday?
Oh, because we know moon cycles, like, far in advance.
Ah,
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they know what the moon and everything's going to do. Like, they know solar and lunar eclipses, like, 10 years out, you know what I mean? So they just know where the moon's going to be, I think.
I guess I never really thought of that. That's crazy, like, if you really wanted to get deep on some simple shit, that you could get that deep.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about or cover real quick on the pod, or should we wrap up the show?
I'm trying to think of shit that like has happened during this week that. I guess we already talked. When was our last one? Like Tuesday or something?
Monday.
Monday? Oh yeah. So I already talked about damn near getting killed. Car crash.
It's not funny. It's just how he laughed.
I almost got in a car crash on the way here. It was definitely my fault.
Oof, that's the worst.
I know. I felt like a complete asshole afterwards too. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," but obviously they can't hear me. But I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta stop being on my phone as much. I feel like
I wasn't even on my phone. Like, I don't know. I thought they were just in the other lane. Like when I looked, I don't know. My brain just had a duh moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And that's the scariest part too.
Yeah, I was like, it's totally my fault, and they laid on the horn and everything, and I was like, ah. But
I'd be ready to cuss motherfuckers. I'm that aisle one. I'll be ready to cuss motherfuckers out as soon as the horn blows.
oh no, I felt so bad. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Right. I think because like at least 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was kind of like in that Ankeny. I was at Panda Express because like my mom likes that.
Area.
So then I was like turning back into the intersection.
Mom likes Panda Express.
Yeah.
Basic.
She'll kill you. Anyway, so I was turning, and I swear to God, like when I was looking left and right, there was no cars there. But as soon as I started turning, the car just appeared, and it kept going. And I stopped, and then I was like, "Oh, my bad." And it, but like I ain't gonna lie, I'll be a bitch if I fuck up and I'm or put both our lives in danger and get in an accident. I'll be a bitch. But then as soon as you turn and you just keep looking at me the whole fucking way, that's when I get that animosity and I get that anger. Like, oh, what the fuck? What's up? Like, my bad. But it was funny too because like when they pulled up and then they went and then they was like at the intersection, I was right behind them, and then so like I went from like kind of slouching to sitting up. I was like, I wish you would look in your back rear mirror, motherfucker. I'll mean mark this shit out. So yeah, but that shit is scary. That's
Yeah.
It gives you like that weird adrenaline rush, and you're like, whoa.
I know. I was like, that was close.
Well, me coming from an actual car wreck, like a few years back, I'd be like, if it happens, it happens.
No,
Knock on
literally.
wood, I haven't had a car wreck.
I've only had one, and it was both of our faults. Yeah. So.
I did
Even
accidentally.
if it's both our faults, I'm still going to be the hot one.
Yeah. Well, the lady got out of the car when I got in a car wreck, and she was just mean. She
As
was
soon
like,
as you get out of the car, I'm out of the car too. Like,
No.
what's
she
going
said,
on?
"Were you even paying attention when you were driving?" And I started crying immediately because you know how I am. I'm
You
very,
gave it up.
I'm
You're
very
supposed to have
sensitive.
stolen.
No,
Like, was you?
you guys know how I am. I'm very sensitive. But this guy, like, that was another driver, saw it all happen. He actually pulled around, and he like quite literally told the lady to stop yelling at me. I was 18 when it happened, and I obviously look young. So he was like, "This is like a child. Like, stop yelling at her." And he was pretty much like, "Yeah, both of you guys were at fault." And like, she called the cops and everything. And the cop was like, "Yeah, both of you guys were at fault." And I was like, "Thank you." Like, it was both of our faults. But the lady was really mean.
Like, you take your stupid ass on somewhere. Get in your fucking busted ass car.
And that's the thing. Her car was fine. My car was the one that got really messed up. Her car had, like, the tiniest dent, like the size of a quarter. And my car was, like, because it was the little red convertible that I used to drive.
Oh my god.
And that was absolutely just destroyed because she had, like, a minivan type thing.
Like, yeah, my only fear with getting in an accident is someone not having insurance. So then the process of it taking so long. I seen one of our homeboys from North, like, he was older than us. That nigga got in an accident. I think, hopefully, he was still okay. But, nigga, that check, that wrote him a $40,000 check.
Yeah.
That was the first time I was like, you know what?
I remember when that happened.
No, I'm not actually talking about. I'm talking about someone older.
Oh, okay.
Us. Tyler would know if I told him. But
You got a $40,000 check.
$40,000 check.
Fuck, let me get.
I was like, hey, it's a terrible mindset to have. I was like, what's a little accident? Don't hit me too fast.
I get too scared. I did. So a kid, not last winter, but the winter before, rear-ended me. And when I say kid, I mean, like, he was freshly, like, got his license a week before. And it was icy, and it wasn't his, I mean, it was his fault. He rear-ended me, but it wasn't, like, his fault. You know, like, It was icy as all get out. And I asked him if he had insurance, and he kept on, he was like, "You're not going to call the police." And I was like, "No, I'm not going to call the police. Like, I just need your insurance, dude. Like, I promise you it's fine. Don't worry about it." And he gave me his insurance, and I made sure it was his. Like, I checked the name and everything. And him and his dad have the same name, so he didn't have insurance. So
technically be my dad.
No. And so eventually, so I guess insurance companies can fight that. So, like, my insurance company eventually, like, got the money for me, which is cool. But my Mercedes was messed up for a bit because of that.
I guess Ron got in that accident too, and he probably got a big check that one day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hopefully my parents never listen to this part of the podcast, but there was a time where I was going down, I guess university, because it was right in front of Godfather's. I remember that, and I'm talking like I was on my phone, kind of doing this thing, but I think I was like trying to look at where I was going to, and then I just see the car and I stop, and then my brakes kind of momentum carry me, and I just bump into this Jeep, and I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, oh, I have the phone in my hand, I'm dropping. I was like just in shock, like scared. And then it's like tall, skinny, like probably had t-shirts and flops and shorts on, stoner looking dude. Got out the car real quick. Then he looked at his back. He looked at his backside. And his backside was fine. Now that guy had a little dent where, not a little dent, but a little like the part ripped or broke. I don't know how to really describe it. It was like a front part of my bumper, or like where.
Oh yeah.
Well, not bumper, but like the. What is it called? Where it's like
the front
Acura,
one.
Yeah, like it's like the Acura symbols there and stuff like that. And like that shit ripped, but his Jeep was fine. He's like, "Oh, bro, don't mention it. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
He just got his car and started driving.
No, yeah.
Holy shit! I was like, shout out to.
Sometimes you get those.
No, yeah. This one time, this lady rear-ended me on the way to school. And she got out of the car and she was freaking out. She was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then she was like, here's my insurance. And I was like, everything's okay. Like, there's not a mark or anything. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I don't need your insurance. Like, it's good. We're good.
Yeah, I mean,
everything's okay.
As long as I don't really have, like, as long as there's no debt, nothing like
that,
I ain't gotta pay for it.
Yeah, I was like, we're okay. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, we're good. We're calling it good.
I ain't gonna lie, though. After that happened, I went immediately home. I was like, nah, I gotta take my money. That's all. I can't take no more chances. Yeah. And that shit is scary, though. Because for every accident that's like that, as simple as an accident or someone gets seriously hurt, I was on the south side. I'm like maybe 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. And like, this is like where the beat ups is on the south side. And
okay.
That busy ass intersection.
Yeah.
And that intersection's weird too.
So we're on the right side and we're just kind of going down Southeast 14th. And a guy like pulls into that family video that used to be there. I don't know if it's still there now. And somehow the guy got hit before he turned into the family video section, but he got hit on the back right side. And I guess his daughter, who was like in a baby carriage, was in a baby carriage in the back seat of where the car like got dented. It didn't really hit enough to where it like he couldn't open the door, but it got hit enough to where you could see the door got hit, and obviously the baby's right there. So he gets out the passenger seat.
Well,
trying to yank it open so to make sure his daughter's good. And I was like the first time where I was like scary seeing like an accident.
No, that's
being, like,
terrifying.
whoa. And like that was really the only scary like accident I seen. But then so you see some cars that get totaled and fucked up, and that shit's scary.
It had to have been like 16 or 17. We were downtown scooping the loot. Fucking this one Honda Civic pulled up next to us and was revving, and then this motherfucker forgot. I guess he didn't have it like in like park, so like he literally revved right into the back of another SUV.
No way.
It was me, Brent, Manny in the car. We were like, "Oh shit, sucks for you, dude."
That shit was scary, scooping the loop, because like you could just easily have just fucked your shit up.
I don't like doing that stuff. I don't like it when people do, like, you know, when it snows and people do, like, circles or whatever.
Donuts, yeah.
I don't like that at all. Thing ever. No, it gives me super bad anxiety, like, super bad anxiety.
Yeah, I don't like shit that you can't handle the car in. If you can drive and handle the car.
I can handle my car.
Okay. I think you're invincible.
Yeah, no, I don't feel that way. I'm scared.
I don't either.
I don't like driving in the snow, though. But y'all know me.
As much as I
don't like driving in general, really.
I speed, but I only speed on like straightaway.
I speed everywhere, dude.
I know.
I don't speed, and this is why. I got pulled over like for one time and one time only. Only have got no tickets on my record, right? For going 5 over, and the cop ticketed me.
How much did he fine you?
So it's $80 for a 5 over.
That's kind of whack.
Yeah, and I was crying and everything, and he was just like, sorry, and he gave it to me. Everyone drives 5 over, so now I don't speed because I get nervous.
I'm glad that, like, we weren't in serious trouble. Like, I've been pulled over a few times, and, like, I would say 2 times has been my fault, but, like, three or four of them, or no, 5 or 6. Some of them weren't my fucking fault. Like, it was just drive while black, honestly. But this nigga. Mm-hmm. So, I think we go to Ankeny IHOP. This nigga pissed me twice. Because we go to Ankeny IHOP. And we're in, like, high school. This nigga tries to give his number to the server. He ended up giving my number to the server to shoot his shot to see if she takes it back. And I think she did end up texting back. He's she takes it back. I was like,
oh, yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
Like, this nigga's asshole. And then,
And then I got her Snapchat and everything.
Okay, brother, you got the W. Just proud of you. But, so.
You got the W.
We're pulling out of the Ankeny IHOP.
This had to been like 17.
Yeah, it was around there. And I think it's because we were waiting in the car, so I turned off my lights, so obviously I don't kill the battery or whatever. Yeah. And so I pull out, and I get to that Casey's. If you know where IHOP is.
With the lights off?
Not even, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I was in the car.
Cop was like, pulled us over. He's like, you can get your lights off.
No way.
I literally finna turn them on. Like, I didn't even get that far. Like,
there was a span of time where, like, motherfuckers literally could not have me in the passenger seat because they would just get pulled over. It happened with Brent. It happened with Sway. It happened with you.
But this is what I'm saying. But
That's
this is
so
what
messed up.
so he tells me that I was
Like,
like,
nah,
yeah.
Tyler, get in the backseat, bro.
No. Listen, so this is I was like, yeah, I know it was my fault, blah blah blah. So he's like, all right, let me get your license, registration. Gives me all that stuff. Then he asks Tyler, he's like, you got a license? He's like, nope. He said, you got a driver's license? All right, ID? He's
Why?
like, nope.
Why does he need yours?
I don't know. Maybe because he's a passenger. And then like sometimes he's like, well, what's your name, Tyler? He's just like, how do you spell that? And he spells it. He's like, what's your last name? Gross. And like Tyler's just giving this man one word. I'm like, this nigga's gonna get pissed at both of us. Like, get me fine. And he's like, all right, you're free to go. Just make sure you have your lights on. But he was just like, Tyler was just like, oh, no, yes, no.
The fuck you nigga talking to me for, man?
That's weird that he was asking you that anyways.
Yeah, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
That's awareness. Awareness at a young age.
Yes, sir.
Let's go with that, yeah, sure. And there was actually what's funny too is like the time I got pulled over for just being black with some bullshit. But the times where we got pulled over and I was with the wrong niggas, a certain light skinned nigga that I love to go downtown 24/7, 365. You know who I'm talking about.
He's down there right now as we speak. Making
Shout
his
out
way
to-
from one bar to another just for some Hennessy.
Bro, but like, yeah, that nigga, boy. I was with that nigga in the seat that I was in, the door didn't even open. Them niggas had weed. I probably got in hella trouble.
And he don't drive, by the way. So how is he making it down here every...
No, this is the time where he had that white car. I think he had that white Cadillac. And then, yeah, where I should have got in trouble, we didn't. And thankfully we did. Yeah.
See, that's what you get for hanging out with those people, man.
Mm-hmm.
See?
You want to talk about
Disgusting. What?
Damn, nigga. But,
I had my fair share of dark people.
anything else you wanted to add
About what?
on the podcast, topics, or anything like that? You want to wrap this up?
Oh, we were doing the podcast. I was kidding. Shit, I was just talking, dude.
Yeah, you were.
That's pretty much all it is. Mm-hmm. Anna is our guest, is our honorary third co-host members. Anything you want to call it. The floor is yours. Is there anything you want to say in your closing statement? Anything you want to promote? Social medias, your booking, anything?
No, just a thank you for having me on again. I mean, you can always follow me on social media. It's just Anna_Stigl. I can't even pronounce my last name.
Why didn't you spell that though?
Yeah, Stegall. Look at that. But yeah, just thank you guys for having me on again. I always have fun with y'all.
You know what's crazy is that like I didn't know how to pronounce my last name for the longest because because my dad was a drunk, so he would pronounce it wrong.
How would you pronounce it?
Some people usually get it gross.
Gross. Yeah, gross.
But I mean, I would feel like the safest option would always be the word, since it's how you read it.
Gross.
Gross. I literally heard my dad say gross one time. I was like, oh, okay, that's my name, I guess.
So Tyler, in your closing statement, what do you want to say to the people?
Make sure your mental health is perfectly fine as we travel into the unknown as far as, what could happen with COVID, what could happen with these vaccines that are coming out. So make sure that physically, mentally, and spiritually you are all right. And like I said, as crazy as it's been, this year going by, yeah. I literally just lost all train of thought. But yeah, I was on a good thing. Yeah, mental health. Yeah, please do that 24/7. And if you need somebody to talk to, please reach out to me or anybody that's close to you.
Yeah.
Everybody has an ear, and everybody needs to be heard.
There you go.
Lord knows I do sometimes. Fuck, that's why I have a therapist, right?
Hey.
As long as someone's listening. My closing statement for the podcast is be sure to get the merch. Like I said, this episode was sponsored by, provided by, enabled by teespring.com/store/beheard-merch and use the code podcast, PODCAST, for 15% off of all Be Heard merch.
Can you make me
Tyler
some
Bryan.
headbands, like some hairbands, like some bandanas?
Of what?
With the logo on it.
Yeah. Duh.
Nigga, I don't know. I guess I can.
Fuck.
I already gave you the mask, nigga. I gotta pay for that.
Okay, that's one mask. I need a headband.
Oh my word!
You gonna pay for it?
No shit, I would fucking pay for it.
All right, pay for it. Then I'll do that.
Duh.
All right, pay for it. Then I'll do that.
All right, motherfucker, I will.
Okay. So send the money. I'll get working on it.
God damn it. It was as simple as that.
So you gotta pay
Duh,
for
I
it,
paid
nigga.
for it.
Yeah. Well, you didn't pay for the mask, nigga. So what am I supposed to
Get
know?
on, dude. Get on. Get on.
This nigga here. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, so hopefully, Anna does her job of, posting this on her story. 'Cause
Yes.
her episode killed it. I'm just throwing it out there.
I got y'all.
And get at Tyler. Yeah, all the motherfuckers is, yo, bro. EA and all them niggas. Yo, bro, when I'm gonna hop on the podcast, I see y'all making the call. Look, talk to Tyler. We got some fire episodes in person that we gotta shoot, but I don't know when the next
I'm the
call.
enforcer of this podcast, so every jurisdiction, every bylaw of this podcast goes indirectly to me. So call me.
I mean, relax a little bit. Yes and no. Yes and no.
I'm the Suge Knight of this damn podcast. So.
This nigga, I don't know who he Suge Knight, but yeah, man. Be sure to follow me too on Instagram _BeHeard I. Follow me on Twitter _Prince Heard I. And yeah, DM me topics and DM me cameras because I do want to get a camera just to do my own photo shoots. And I also want to get a camera for the podcast visuals because I feel like that would be fuego. Mm-hmm. And we also have another location. I don't know if you know this, but one of my close homegirls said that we could use our apartment if we ever need to. So
Hey-o.
it's another option. That's also
Is her apartment clean?
Yeah.
Better be.
Oh my
She got
gosh.
food?
I mean,
Will she feed us?
Stop.
she can, I guess. She did say that was a possibility.
What does she look like?
Stop.
Relax. Relax. But until next time, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.